pilots, and welcome back to another Flight Academy video brought to you by Out of Arc Gaming. As always, my name is Phil, and today we have some infighting between the rebels. They're trying to decide who is actually going to be the leader of Rogue Squadron. Will it be Ned with his X-Wing Fang Fighter combo, or will it be Ben with the E-Wing A-Wing? Helping me referee this rebel dust-up, we do have...
I like the rebels. I kind of shouldn't have a favourite, although I do like Luke. I'll try and not be too biased.
I mean, having known you as long as I've known you, I can guarantee to everyone that your two favourite pilots in X-Wing and possibly characters in the movies are probably Luke Skywalker and Poe Dameron.
So Luke, definitely. I more fly Poe because he had BB-8 and I really like that little droid, and then BB-8 became basically unusable as an upgrade and I just kept flying Poe.
There. I mean, both really good pilots. I mean, battling having Luke, it's so good.
Ed's on an absolute tear in Flight Academy with this Luke.
I mean, he is the only undefeated player at this point. He is 5-0. Like,
So
Luke
can Ben break that record? And I think he's got a good chance of taking out Luke early on. He's got two good proton launchers, admittedly one's proton rockets, but Corran with the R3 full range target lock straight off the bat is just... I mean, it's basically his own instinctive aim, but better.
It is great, and if he can get the right position with these two, get a proton torpedo, a proton rocket into one ship, that ship's not going to like it. But that attack speed on Luke has just got him into range of Tycho there.
Yeah, that is quick. Also, if you don't take out Luke in one go, he will just go away and heal up with R2 a bit. I mean,
it's a super defensive build because you've got Luke's ability of, oh, what's it? You've designated me as a defender. Well, I'll just regain a force. So being I5, knowing that if he gets shot at, he's going to regain a force, makes Ned be like, you know what? I can spend that force. It's fine. I'll get it back next turn or next time. And then you've got R2-D2. So it's like, put me as the defender. I'll gain a force. Oh no, I've taken a bit of damage. I'll just get out of here a bit. R2, do your thing. Obviously, this is a 25-minute game, so it's tricky to trigger that a lot. But
Corran also have a shot? No, I don't think he did.
Oh no! Both
no shots from Ben.
So Corran was out
we've
of
already seen Fenrel miss his shot. So now we're over to Luke. Oh, that is a mean shot from Luke. One force, and then the proton.
It's protons, and that is shields down.
No,
it's got it's a trap, so he can re-roll one. Doesn't make a difference. That shields down on Tycho.
I mean, shy of a few more crits, that is the perfect torpedo shot. You get just into range, you're not getting shot at, and you land 3 hits and a crit.
Yeah.
I don't think you could ask for a better opening for Ned.
No. I mean, the fact that Corran had range that was out of arc of Fen and out of range of Luke, and then Tycho out of arc of Luke. That was so
close to being a shot from Corran, though.
Yeah, it was so close, but just want to quickly run through what we said about a minute ago with Tycho with the "it's a trap."
How's that work?
So that's basically the Rebels version of no escape. So for Battle Never Endor cards, while defending, if there are more other friendly ships than enemy ships at range 0 to 1, you may reroll one of your blank results.
Okay. So by flying close to Corran Horn, you got a reroll. Also, I was wondering what you thought about Fen not flying straight next to Luke to trigger the swarm tactics this game. Do you
I
think it's because both Ben's ships are initiative 5 and Ned just went, you know what, if they're all shooting at 5, it's not that big a deal, and I'd rather space them out?
Yeah, I think that could be it, to be honest. It gives him a little bit more room to play with. He can pincer movement a bit better. He doesn't need to rely on swarm tactics. Because, again, as we said, Luke is an absolute powerhouse with proton torpedoes, target lock on the force, etc., and instinctive aim. But at the same time, he's a defensive beast with getting that that force back. So yeah, I think maybe he's not so worried about having to use swarm tactics though. Although we have seen Ned use it. Oh, that's nice. Getting the bump on
It
Fed.
is, but Luke is right there.
Yeah.
And he's probably launching his other proton into Corran.
That is true. That is likely to happen there, unfortunately. But I mean,
and there's every chance that a range 0 shot from Fenn could take out Tycho, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, he's got no way of modding it though, so that is one thing in Tycho's favour. But yeah, he's only got 2 health left. He's sensibly taken that evade there with Tycho.
Well, I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you when you've got Duke on board? But if you've got Duke, oh wow.
So
and
need to check the range on Luke there. Okay, so it's a trap, and the evade have just come in clutch there. So that's the 3 hits out the way. If he spends the evade,
I think you have to, right?
Oh, hold on. No, he went into Corran there. Sorry, he didn't go into.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I think.
Yeah, he went into Corran there.
That was Corran, and then fire off the torpedo at him.
Yeah, 4 dice shot there. Sorry, I missed that, to be honest.
But most of the time, you go, who's closest? I'll shoot them.
Yeah. Here's the Oh.
Not as good as the first shot from Luke. So.
And also because
it. That?
Yeah, because it was instinctive aimed. Wow. Okay.
That does make the difference between the lock and not, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, instinctive aim is handy. It's very handy, but it's also at the same time risky because then you're doing essentially an unmodded proton torp, and ideally, you want a fully modded proton. You want target.
I mean, an unmodded proton torp did blow up the Death Star, so.
I mean, was it definitely unmodded, or did it have a little bit of force?
That's the whole point of that upgrade, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's now Corran is getting into the fight. Probably just fire control system, one of these, and then.
He's got Predator.
Does he have Predator?
He's got Predator.
So yeah, you can still reroll both and keep his lock.
Absolutely.
I think
Predator fire control system is a great combo, and you know what? Maybe he doesn't have bullseye.
Nice for it.
But that's good. Oh, that's really good. There's 1 dice missing, but
that is quite a lot into Fenn Rao. I wonder if he'll use the reinforced plating on the crit.
He has used that reinforced plating on the crit, so only 1 damage there. So he's used the full might of his Beskar reinforced plating. And you know, I think that's actually the first time.
How many points that Beskar is?
It's like 2 or 3 points.
It is really 3 points, which for getting rid of a crit is pretty darn good. Now,
we only saw 1 reroll there, so we assume that's fire control system. Do we think that means that Corran wasn't in bullseye of Fenn Rao?
I think so. Otherwise, it was a very close call. Although looking at the template there for Moon,
Yeah.
I think he did have bullseye.
Would you
Maybe they forgot to check.
Would you have double tapped?
Oh, that's a point.
Because I think at that point, you've got rid of Beskar plating, you've got fire control,
and you had a decent rate. Yeah, I think I probably would have.
Yeah, that would have been the ideal point to double tap there. I think. Possible.
Unless we're wrong, because it's difficult to tell on the camera exactly what's in arc and what's not. So it might be a case that they looked and went, no, it's not bullseye. It's only the fire control system.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things I love about Claw and Horn is the ability to double tap. It's a cool option. It's at initiative 0. Yes, you get a disarm for it, but you get in, you can potentially Proton Torp, double tap, try and get out for a turn.
Yeah. So Luke has now fired both of his proton torpedoes, so he's lost a lot of his offense.
Yeah.
And that second one doing nothing was not great for Ned.
No. That feels bad. That's a definite feel bad moment if a proton torpedo, especially with how expensive your proton torpedoes, proton rockets, advanced proton torpedoes, how expensive they are. If you don't get, and excuse the pun, the bang for the buck with them, you have a feel bad moment.
Why are they moving then first?
They're not. Ned has not flipped his dials. So, with
what was that move then?
That was Fenn's boost after his move, because he was basically right by Corran, so he did a 3-bank or a 2 or a 3-bank across and then boosted forward. So it's just those two dials that are there. They're actually, the bottom one is Luke's, the top one is Fenn's.
Right. Because I'm seeing rebel dials next to Corran and Tiger. That's theirs, and that they haven't moved yet, and that's throwing me.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Oh, is that a proton torp from? That's a proton torp from Corran into Luke. I just target lock it.
I would. Yeah.
Go all in, see what you can do. Just say, get as
much
damage as Luke.
To half points, even if he does recover up, you still get the half points.
Yes. Oh, so 2 shields down there on Luke.
Okay.
So that's a good start.
Tycho has a shot.
Oh no, Tycho is well out. He wouldn't even be able to catch Fenn in the rear there.
And even if he did, it'd be through a rock at range 3, so probably not going to do much anyway.
Yeah. So 2 hits coming back and plenty of evades there for Corran. So good turn for Ben there, not taking any more damage and getting some into Luke as well. And I don't think that Luke would be able to disengage well enough to not be chased if he decides to R2, but again, I don't think R2ing at this point is the right option.
No, I think at this point you kind of turn into the fight and maybe try and take out Tycho.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if I see Tycho bank through the middle. Maybe to see if he can catch, like if Luke decides to go down the middle to get past Corran.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like maybe a 2-bank and a barrel roll to the bottom. No, it's going straight. Ben's found a line and he's sticking with it. Now he kind of hopes that Luke has decided to come in.
I guess maybe he's looking at it as Tycho is on low health, he's a target. If I keep him close to Corran, I can use it to trap.
Yeah.
And I want to be evading because I've got Duke.
Yep.
So he's just playing it safe, which makes sense.
I completely forgot that Tycho had Duke, to be honest.
It's become such an expensive upgrade that it's not really used much now.
Yeah, I
But
think.
it's very good.
Yeah, the only thing I actually use it on now is some of the customizable defenders, because if you're spending that many points on them, they've got good loadouts. So with the regular defenders that aren't Battle Over Endor, they do a speed 3 to 5, they get a free evade.
Yeah, any ship that can get a free evade, like just Duke. If you can get Duke on it, do it.
Yeah.
Whereas what defenders, I think the Naboo fighter can do it.
The N1s as well, yeah.
And maybe a handful of other pilot-specific abilities can trigger it.
Yeah, I mean, the obvious choice where Duke used to live was on the Phantom, but they just don't have the loadout for it anymore to be able to do anything other than that, which is why you don't... I mean, they're extended anyway, which is a shame. RIP Phantoms until they come back.
Ben Rail's taking the long way around.
Don't blame him. Don't blame him, to be honest. He wants to be able to come in on his own terms. So he's in a nice position now to come in on a 2 hard aggressively, and then probably boost round and get a half decent shot.
I feel like Luke is about to do a talent roll.
I mean, I'd be very shocked if
or
he does.
Would that be too fast? Nope. That's exactly what he's done. Never mind.
It sits absolutely perfectly in there. That is a perfect little talent roll. And also judging it as well, like, that's great for him just to do a straight maneuver next turn and avoid that obstacle.
Yeah, I don't think he would clip it, or even if he's very close, he's got enough room to do a bank. What, double sleep? Benny's keeping his ships next to each other, which is pretty impressive on turn 5.
Yeah, turn 5, considering they didn't start next to each other.
But Ben does need to get a bit more damage through just to get some points.
Yeah, he really does. If he 1 damage into Fen, or 1 damage into either of them is 5 points. Is going to get him 2 points, which will level things up.
But he also needs to do it without losing Tycho.
Yeah.
Or half on Corin.
It is tricky. Corin's in the better position at the moment, but I think that Ned is going to focus down Tycho, because that's a gun off the board. If he can do it with...
It's also likely to be one of the few turns where he doesn't have an evade token.
Yeah, but he's got an evade dice that worked. Can Luke do it? Obviously, he'll have simultaneous fire because it's too far away for swarm tactics. That
decent.
Could be enough. Reroll there for target lock.
I guess
that's it. That is Tycho down.
Oh, but does get a returning shot.
I mean, he's going to roll its trap, but unfortunately...
I mean, it's still a good thing to go through your upgrades just to get used to using them, because otherwise you miss them and then you go, oh, I forgot I could do a thing on a different game.
Absolutely. It's the same thing with, like, first turn, putting down focuses, evades, calculates. Yep. Like, these are the actions that they have that I can do. I know I'm not going to have a shot, but I'm going to do the action because it gets me in that right mindset of doing the action. Right.
So what can Tycho do in return?
That's...
Or is this the Proton Torpedo?
Proton Torpedo from Corin.
Okay.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So just a hit crit. Crit goes through. That is half. There's the half points you wanted on Luke. That crit is... I mean, you'd think with a big card I'd have been able to read it, but...
Well, it's something. Looks like Tycho managed to get 1 hit. Oh, does land it.
And he lands it.
Okay, well, we know that the crit wasn't a hull breach. Yeah. Or a direct hit.
Yeah, we can narrow out hull breach, direct hit, structural damage because he still rolled 2 evades, and panic pilot.
It might be a damaged engine.
Looks
I'm trying
like
to work out the picture on the card, and it looks like the engine on the X-Wing picture on the card is damaged, so it might be that.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I think Ned is seriously debating R2 here. So,
I mean, do they know they're going into the last round?
I was wandering around, letting them know how much longer they had left.
Okay, so he probably knows that is the last round. So it looks like he probably is going to R2.
And then he's going straight into an attack speed. Yeah. No point risking Luke there at all. Fenn is in a nice position. This is just absolutely... This is exactly where Ned wants to be, knowing that he gets a free shot. Be unlikely to take down Corran, but you never know.
Are they re-rolling that one, or are they... Yeah, re-rolling.
They're re-rolling it. So
not even a cup can prevent that happening.
Yeah. So that is just a
3 crits.
Yeah. But only 1 shield.
I know, but still, like, what?
Yeah. It's 3 crits. It's a good roll, but you know what? In the end...
Well, Ned carries on his undefeated streak. It was looking a little risky there for him, though. Ben really had him on the ropes partway through that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Ben flew that absolutely... It was that very first turn was the only point where I was a bit concerned for Ben. But after that, that flying that he had with them together was so good and really put the pressure onto Luke and Fenn there. Beskar reinforced plating came in top trumps there for Fenn, because otherwise he would have been half pointed, and right now it would be a draw game. So very different
setup can be.
Yeah, absolutely. But James, I hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
No worries. And guys, we still got more games to come, so please don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.